Because of documentarians such as Morgan Spurlock and his documentary Super Size Me, Americans have put an incredible amount of focus on the kind of foods they eat instead of the amount of portions of food they eat. This has caused them to fall victim to unbalanced fad or crash diets to manage their weight instead of portioning the amount of food they eat. Balance in the food you consume is the most important factor to eating properly, and it is an excellent way to diet without giving up the foods that you love. Over the past 20 years, America's calorie and fat intake have seen drastic changes. The problem is those changes have not been in the right direction. By adhering to the principles of portion control, you will be able to lose weight, keep the weight off, and save money because you're eating less. So what does the average American think about portion control? Americans currently ignore portion control and focus more on the type of food that they consume. People believe the kind of food they eat is more important to their weight management than how much of it they actually eat. This has led to a wide variety of what I like to call fad diets. Diets that say things like, if you do this, things such as keeping track of the amount of fat you intake, or keeping track of the amount of calories you intake, or eating foods that are high in protein, low in carbohydrates. In a survey done by the American Institute for Cancer Research, 78% of Americans surveyed said that the most important thing was watching the foods that you eat. To manage your weight, it had nothing to do with the actual foods that you were eating. This misconception, as the American Institute for Cancer Research puts it, has led Americans to believe that the type of food is the most important thing for their weight management. Focusing their attention to single parts of your diet, such as fats, calories, carbohydrate intake, increases the chances that you will consume more of the foods that you're not paying attention to, such as if you're on a low-fat diet. A lot of your low-fat foods contain higher calories. So you're avoiding fat, but you're gaining calories. This can translate to most forms of the fad diets that we often do. So now we'll talk a little bit about portion control. Portion control is a way of eating that balances your protein, your fat, your calories, and your carbohydrates. Balance is achieved by controlling your portion size in respect to what the particular food's nutritional value is. The best way to eat right is to eat less. You knew it was coming, and here it is. The key to portion control is controlling your portion size. Eating less of what you love is the best way to lose weight. Why struggle with eating less when you could just, why struggle avoiding the food you love when you could just eat less of it? So what has the lack of portion control done to Americans? Our calorie and fat intake has increased along with our portion sizes. According to the Division of Nutrition and Physical Activities Research to Practice, Series number 2 article, the total daily calorie intake has increased from 1,854 calories to 2,002 calories, which is an increase of 148 calories a day. The problem with this increase in calories is that we haven't changed our daily lifestyle to make up for the increase in calories. Our calorie increase has theoretically added an increase of 15 pounds to the average American weight. Eating food you love doesn't have to be bad for you. You just need to control how much of it you are eating. The importance of portion control needs to be recognized as the way to lose weight and keep it off. It is impossible to gain weight if you're not eating more than your body can burn. We need to focus on every aspect of our diet and ensure that we are eating balanced meals that provide enough food for our body to burn and that aren't increasing. If you follow the simple guidelines for portion control, you will lose weight, you will be able to keep it off, and you will save money because you're eating less food, so you're buying less food. So don't miss out on all the food you love. If you can realize the importance of portion control, you can have your cake and eat it too.
519.
Press stop.